Hello folks, and welcome back to our playthrough of Stellaris. In the last episode, we started to conquer a little bit, not so much in the way of territory, but in establishing a subsidiary of the Genogian Alliance, a group of starfish people. So they're disloyal right now, but in time they should hopefully become more acquainted with their place in the world. I do wonder if perhaps it would have been more beneficial to actually turn them over to our way of thinking. So to our turn them spiritualist, pacifist, and authoritarian. But we'll see what happens. In the meantime, though, we have perhaps a new target in these pre-Kiki T fanatic purifiers. They still don't have much of a fleet, but they do have a very powerful station. However, the war that we just waged has pretty much strengthened our attack fleet. So, with any luck, we'll be able to bring the attack fleet on in and wipe out most of these guys. But they do have to return home and do some repairs in the meantime. So let's take a look around here. We have this one habitat bit that's being built. Now the thing about habitats in 2.2 here is they do seem to be less suited for things like doing minerals or energy, and perhaps more dedicated towards doing the specific rare resources and trade value and that sort of thing. Hi there, Paul. Also, another thing, and Paul, you should be able to benefit from this even on your tiny little screen, is we do have, or we're at the point where we've researched probably enough that we can start setting up custom ships for people. So we have enough of the different technologies and that sort of thing. So if anyone wants a ship, you included, Paul, since you're the first one here, we can arrange that. I figure I'll keep it probably to either cruiser size or battleship size or higher, just to make things a little bit easier. Hello there, magical ducks. Didn't know you were one of my people, but welcome nevertheless. Uh-oh, we're maxed out on alloys. I didn't expect that to happen already. Well, let's upgrade our starhold there. Probably upgrade a few starholds, actually. We'll do resource silos there and then upgrade. Oh, that's your daughter. Okay. Well, hello there, magical ducks. Paul has told me a few things about you. You are our Becca Half Moon in our Warhammer playthrough. So yes, magical ducks, welcome to the stream as well. If you're interested in getting a custom ship, we can arrange that here. Oh, Paul says, nope, that's her sister. Okay. I forget you. As an only child, I forget that there can sometimes be multiple children. And what happened to all my construction ships? You're just sort of hanging around there. Should probably put you to work over here, because somehow I missed that energy credit thing. And I missed this energy credit thing. Unless those were from the anomalies that we did earlier. Paul says Half Moon is her YouTube name. Aha! I didn't know if Magical Ducks was just, maybe another YouTube name? I don't know. But yes, I do remember that you did tell me that Half Moon is her YouTube name, and what is it? Becca is the Twitch name or something like that?
Receiving communications.
These guys keep wanting a defensive pact, but it's not really going to benefit us much. Hi there, Pickle Mike. Welcome to the stream. We got clone armies now available. Hey, I did remember something, Paul. Alright, do we want to do fleet command limit? I think we want to do that. We'll do that. So yeah, Pickle Mike, as I was telling Paul and his daughter, Magical Ducks, if anyone's interested in a custom ship, I believe we're at the point now where we've done enough research that we can actually do a custom ship class. Oh, another thing I need to do is probably start to clear out some of these aliens and establish places there. That would be a good thing as well.
Construction complete.
Ooh, battleship hull points. Yes, we do want that research. Alright, so our attack fleet has returned to Tron, where they're stationed. Let's go ahead and upgrade them, and then after upgrades we'll reinforce them. I can probably... we'll upgrade that platform, and then we'll close out our overall Starbases tab, just because we really don't need it at the moment.
In progress.
And since Patrigor is going to be a new colony location, we're going to upgrade our starbase. I generally like to do that with anywhere that has a colony planet. I like to upgrade the starbase in that system. Helps for defense and also helps for collecting trade from those colonies. Alpha Centauri can build a new building slot. I wonder if maybe I should continue to go with minerals. I have the mineral purification. I could do a temple. I haven't done a temple yet here. Well, let's go ahead and do that. And we'll put in another mining district as well.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Pickle Mike said, "Clones, you say? Make a clone army about me, Pickles." I'm just imagining hundreds of me, and all of them are equipped with Fat Mans. Oh god. I mean, I suppose it would be possible that we could research genetic engineering and then go about using that to create a pickle species dedicated to that.
Construction complete.
It would be quite hideous, I imagine, but it would be possible.
Star system.
Alright, so we are maxed out on consumer goods, but we're also almost maxed out on energy credits. So let's do some buying. We'll buy 5,000 minerals. You know, go ahead and buy 5,000 food as well. And we can go to our consumer goods. And just selling 5,000 consumer goods gives us 9,000 energy, which is like a lot. Oh god. I should have never mentioned that to Pickle Mike. Well, we haven't started it yet, but I suppose it is a possibility that we could do, Pickle Mike, if we find a suitable planet.
Technology secured.
Although I'm not entirely sure if we can fully explore, because we're spiritualists, if we can fully explore the... Let's see. If I go into Ascension perks and take a look at Engineered Evolution, we would need gene tailoring. Okay, so never mind. I just have to actually start doing the research for evolution, and then I can eventually do Engineered Evolution and then Evolution Mastery. So let's see. One perk will go towards Galactic Wonders. Then the other two perks will go towards the evolution. There's also xenocompatibility, which allows crossbreeding between different species living on the same planet. But I don't know if we want to do that. Alright, gene tailoring. Let's get started. Pickle Mike says, before you make the clone, do stuff. Make them fight each other first, and only the strongest will survive. Not entirely sure how I would go about doing that. I mean, I suppose I could try and set up rebellion on a particular world. That would be a possibility. Let's buy 250 living metal, I guess. We'll do that for the moment. Alright, set up a trade hub so we can pick up the trade value from that location.
Receiving communications.
Oh, Earth can upgrade to the Citadel of Faith. Sure. Oh god, Earth is really producing consumer goods. Yeah, we got 132 every month in consumer goods, and consumer goods sells for quite a bit of energy.
Technology secured.
Pickle Mike says, "Say Star Wars." Are you making another demonetized or copyright claim joke there, Pickle Mike? I do not approve. Ooh, we can create a penal colony.
Construction complete.
You know, that would be a good place to actually set up our pickles, is on a penal colony. Maybe if we take over this Zempek location.
Construction
If
complete.
these people survive the war, which they may not, they may
Construction
massacre themselves. Then I suppose, in that case, we're kind of doomed, but... Upgrading ships, and then... Oh, I see what's going on. So they're upgrading the ship still. Then they'll build the 2 corvettes for that.
Receiving communications.
And we can upgrade this to a citadel, so we might as well do that.
Technology secured. Construction
A
complete.
Titan, yay!
Technology
Titans
secured.
are like the massive, massive capital ships. And then they have like a really big gun. Definitely a lot of fun. Pickle Mike says, I want a Titan. Oh. Can I change ships?
Technology secured.
I guess because my rules didn't exactly say anything about whether or not about limiting it. All it said was from like a cruiser and above. I guess we could do a Titan as soon as we have it finished being researched. We can do that. Darn me and not setting a max. Magical Duck says, I'm new to this, but this is very cool. Oh, and thank you for the sub. Yeah, so Stellaris here is like a space strategy sort of game. And you go out, you expand your territory, and like with the latest expansion pack that I'm playing, or DLC, what you do with this is
Vessels
you can
upgraded.
play a corporation, or in this case, a criminal enterprise, as we're playing here.
Technology secured.
And in playing this criminal enterprise, pretty much what we're doing is we are going around, we can establish branch offices, that sort of thing, on different worlds. Can we establish a branch office here? Okay, cool, we can. So even though these guys are a subsidiary and are kind of like under our control, we can still establish branch offices with them. So that is actually really neat. Now, as a criminal enterprise, we want to do buildings that increase crime. So we're starting with a smuggler's post. That adds plus 50 crime. And let's see. That helps naval capacity. Nah. Syndicate, front corporations. Helps with unity. You know what? We'll do this Temple of Prosperity, I think. Because that'll help encourage them to become spiritualist. Oh wait, they are a spiritualist. Never mind. Never mind, that'll be a waste to do then. Well, let's just do these underground clubs. Plus 40 crime and gives us 10 energy. And let's research Ascension Theory, which is going to give us another Ascension perk, which is under this Unity tree. And it's also going to give us Unity Ambitions, which is going to be useful once we max out all of our Unity traditions and that sort of thing. Which we have another of, so let's go with Fleet Logistics Core, which is going to reduce the upkeep of our ships and increase our naval capacity. And yeah, Magical Ducks, what we're doing right now is we're pretty much just building up and getting ready to eventually attack these little Geico Gecko people who are hanging out here. They're pathetic as far as their power goes, so not much to worry about, but still something we want to take care of as far as potential threats go. What is this? The strong magnetic field around Patragor Prime has been affecting computers on the surface recently. Oddly, this effect is not merely random interference. Instead, computers are actually working more efficiently than they should. It's almost as if an outside force is lending a helping hand. Oh dear. I wonder what else is going to come from that. We'll find out. Pickle Mike says declare war on them if they are so pathetic. Well, our attack fleet is pretty much all maxed out. Our transports are there. So you know what, we can do that. And we will just end their threat. Containment. War is waged to end a threat to galactic civilization. Declare war.
Declared war to safeguard our interests. Construction complete.
So if I remember correctly, I think when you do an end threat containment war, I think you wipe them out from the face of the world. Or from the face of the galaxy. I think anyways. Alright, so let's slow it down here for a moment. Pause. Let's zoom into one of these battleships here. We'll do Control F9, and then we can watch the battle. Of course, we got one of these really bright stars that Pickle Mike hates. Oh, Pickle Mike. Remember what Paul said. Try and be clean today. Well, I believe... I'm pretty sure by what Paul said. Oh, Magical Ducks say, don't worry, I'm used to it. Okay, well then that's good. But Paul says no. If you can, try to do at least some less of it. Flopping stars. That's much better there, Pickle Mike. Much better. Alright, so we're maxed out on energy and consumer goods again, but we need a lot of minerals. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and buy 10,000. And then we will go to consumer goods. I do kind of wish that you could just click this and it would automatically go to this. For some reason, that's how I want it to work. But it doesn't work that way. Oh, and we'll sell that. And let's go to food and buy a little bit more food. 5,000, 5,000 works. Hey, we can build another branch office here. You know what? Let's do these wrecking yards.
Construction complete.
It's gonna produce some alloy for us, which will be useful.
System charted.
All right, if we look at the army tab, their garrison strength is 330-ish. So we're gonna bombard the planet, take it down a little bit. Joshua says, oh wow, an AI that doesn't have 15 police precincts and 2K armies. I know, right? I have noticed that for the most part. I don't know if perhaps it's just because I am playing on, I think it's like the medium difficulty-ish. I don't remember what level. Can I show it in settings? Gameplay? No. Oh, I wish it would show me what's... Well, anyways, I don't know what difficulty I'm playing at, but I don't know if maybe that's going into it. I did have some armies yesterday when I was taking on these Genogian Alliance people that were a little bit harder. Pickle Mike says you should have set it to the hardest, newbie. So when I played in 2.1 and tried to do hardest on Grand Admiral, at least when I played with some other people, I noticed that the AI definitely kicked our butts. They were like completely massive. So I do think that things are a little bit weirder now in this update. Joshua Perry says AI isn't well programmed, difficulty irrelevant. Yeah, it does seem that the AI overall is much... Did I curse Pickle Mike? I don't know if I cursed. I used to be so much nicer as far as avoiding cursing. Now sometimes they may... Oh, not yet. Okay, good. No, they closed the branch office. Joshua Perry says 2.1 Grand Admiral AI was 2.5k by year 20, an impossible feat for a normal player, but now it's broken. Glavius is working on it. I did see as I was booting up today that there is like a beta update available, but I didn't see like I didn't download it for when I started today, so I might do that later. I know there's also another beta update for Warhammer. The only thing is if I do download that, I'm afraid it'll break the save that I'm doing with that. So I'm going to avoid doing that. I don't want to break that save. I think I can download the one for Stellaris though, and the save will be fine. I think anyways. Joshua says the beta update was supposed to fix the pump and dump market bug. It doesn't. I rolled back. Oh, really? Oh, that's kind of disappointing then. How many armies do we have? 100... Pickle Mike asks, Snoopy, how well do you know your Star Wars Old Republic lore? think I would say I would know it relatively well. What are you confused on? Okay, I think we can land our armies at 30-ish, 29, 28. Yep. The Star Nation has been destroyed. Alright. So we have taken over Geico. I think you meant to ask what the fish is the Eternal Empire. So the Eternal Empire is kind of weird in that... hold on, gotta fix this unemployment issue. Build that. Okay. So what the Eternal Empire is they are... Can I just land armies here to establish control? I might be able to. Well, I don't think it's really helped, but probably have to work on this devastation. Anyways, the Eternal Empire was established by the Sith Emperor. And sort of the goal there.
Technology secured.
Also, we should probably hold for a moment, changing things up here. Okay, well, I can probably still talk while I'm looking for this. So pretty much what the Eternal Empire was it was set up by the Sith Emperor, and its overall, it was like sort of like a side project of the Sith Emperor, which, or maybe it was like the main project of the Sith Emperor. That's always been something that's kind of confused me, certainly by the time that that story becomes part of. Thanks for stopping in, Magical Ducks. Paul says, I vote for your first ship to be named Magical Duck. Well, we can build a Magical Duck, Paul. Let's see. Let's make these guys just residents. Pops are free but may not engage politically, and the species cannot produce leaders.
Construction complete.
And Pickle Mike is happy that he can now curse. So yeah, that it's always been something that's been kind of weird to me. Like, was the Eternal Empire the main goal of the Sith Emperor? Or is it something that came up later on down the road? I believe it was something that came up later down the road, and perhaps after he was defeated by... Okay, spoiler alert, the Jedi Knight character in Star Wars The Old Republic, that perhaps it's something that he started to focus more on, but at the same time, you know, the Eternal Empire was something that was being worked on for a while. Pick Mike asked, did they kill Jedi or Sith? Both. So they kind of established themselves as a force to go against both the Jedi and the Sith. Which is definitely one of those sort of weird things, is, you know, you have a force, or you have like the Sith under the Sith Emperor, and then he just completely abandons them and establishes his own order, which is, to me, it just feels still steeped in the dark side, and that it doesn't really do anything to... It doesn't really embrace the light side of the Force. So its purpose is just something that's weird. I don't know. I'm very confused by it. Yeah, Pickle Mike. In the end, the Jedi do win the overall scope of the war. We'll buy that.
Star system charted.
Yeah, the Jedi do win the war overall.
Tactical retreat.
It still hasn't had an established end game, kind of, because you know the game is still going on, so they're not going to completely end things. Picklemike asks what happened to the Sith. That hasn't been established yet, because you know they're still sort of doing the game. I would like for them to actually establish what happens to the Sith at the end. I'm not entirely sure if they are going to do that though, because I have a feeling that they're ultimately just going to
Construction complete.
end the game and kind of just let it be. Since, you know, everything that goes on there isn't canonical or anything like that in the Star Wars universe.
Technology secured.
Alright, well, while we have a moment, let's go ahead and do some of our ship design. So, Paul, you want a magical duck ship. Let's go ahead and build one. Now, we have 3 types that we can do. We can do a cruiser type, a battleship type, or a Titan type. Well, actually, I guess technically Pickle Mike chose the Titan first, so we'll start with the Titan. Joshua says, oh hey, did you make an Acropolis city? How did you do that? I couldn't find terraforming for Hive Worlds. So what you have to do is you don't terraform it, it's a decision. So I haven't done it in this playthrough, and I don't think I'm going to have the Ascension perks to do it by the end of it, but pretty much what you have to do is you have to unlock it through the Arcology project. Then you have to turn a planet into all city districts. So if you have like generator, mining, or agriculture, you have to go over here and demolish them all, and then replace them with city districts. Or maybe you can just do, oh, you can just do replace in city district. Okay, that works too. But yeah, you have to replace it all with city districts. And then I believe you can go to decisions, and then there'll be something that says, whatever the Arcology project thing is. And then once you select that, then you finally start the whole Arcology thing. And then that whole decision takes a while to come into effect. But eventually it does come into effect, and then you're able to do it. Because my friend Merrick and I did a little game, and he was able to build one. It just took a while to actually build. Josh says, wow, that's super intuitive and well designed. I can feel the sarcasm flowing through you. Alright, this place is doing consumer goods, so we don't really have to worry about that. Let's go ahead and, let's see, of the special ones, volatile motes or rare crystals. Let's do crystals. Oh no, unrest!
Construction complete.
I've lost all my workers. Oh, is it because, are they just suiciding themselves here? Or what's going on here? Oh, well, they're not declining anymore. But they do appear like they're migrating, maybe? Maybe they're migrating out completely from the whole place. That could be. Joshua, my precursor was actually the Utan over here. So pretty much they just gave me a whole bunch of mining places. Nothing too special, but still not too bad, I guess.
Construction complete.
Ooh, an election. I want to keep this lady. Hop growth, speed, and happiness. and we're still working on the whole devastation thing to this place.
Technology secured.
Let's go ahead and do this focused arc emitter. Okay. Anyways, ascension perks. I gotta kind of start doing some of those. So, let's see. Oh, Colossus Project. Kind of want to do one of those too. Why can't I do Galactic Wonders yet? I haven't researched Mega Engineering. I thought I did. Oh, nope, I did not. Oops. I could have sworn I did. Apparently I did not, though. So let's start on Mega Engineering then. It's going to be 87 months to do it, though. Alright, Pickle Mike. Before I forget again, because I keep kind of getting distracted a little, we'll buy that. Let's get your Titan set up here. Do a brand new design of a Titan. Okay. So what do you want the name of the ship to be? I think we named your other ship the Grand Pickler, but this is going to be like the ship design, which will kind of be the ship name as well. So as far as things that you can set up, the front section of the ship is the Titan bow. That you only get one selection for. Actually, with the Titan itself, you only get one selection for everything. So the Titan bow is automatically going to be a perdition beam, because that's the only big weapon we have available. Now, as far as the core and the stern, we have a few different weapons available here. We have X-ray lasers, which do 78 to 210 damage. They do 50% less damage to shields, but 50% more to armor. The Grand Pickler. Oh god. How about the grandest Pickler? Hello there, Super Vault Boy. We're just setting up a Titan class ship for the Pickler here. Pickle Mike. Alright, back to the weapons. So X-ray lasers, good against armor, not so much against shields. Plasma cannons are similar. They do even less damage to shields, but they do even more armor damage, 100% or plus 100% armor damage, and plus 50% hull damage. It's alright, Super Vault Boy. You stay as long as you can. Pickle Mike said that works of the X-ray lasers? Or are you talking about the grandest Pickler? Well, we'll go over the rest of the stuff here. Neutron launchers. So that is also similar. Does, again, 50% less shield damage, 50% more armor damage, but 75% more hull damage. So the hull is pretty much the main thing. Once you get past the armor and shields, you get down to the hull, and then you wipe it out once you take out all the hull points. Thank you for the like, Super Vault Boy. And then finally there's the Gauss cannon, and there's a kinetic artillery cannon as well. We haven't researched that yet though. But the Gauss cannon, that does 50% more shield damage, about 50% less armor damage. Let's see. As far as doing big damage, the neutron launchers are definitely the big ones. They do 468 to 1040 damage. The only thing is they are slow, but if you're looking for something that's kind of gonna be like a mini nuke, it's probably the neutron launchers. You know, knowing you, that would be Pick Mike asks, can I have more than one? More than one ship? Not at this time. I'm going to limit it just to one ship per person. More than one cannons? Like more than one big cannon? Like the Perdition Beam here? No. You only get one big cannon. That's just the way it's set up. So yeah, you have X-ray lasers, plasma cannons, neutron launchers, or Gauss cannons. Go with the neutron. That would be my recommendation, knowing you so far. So it does a lot of damage at the start, it's just slow. Alright, so now for the armor set. So we have hyper shields or we have Durasteel armor. Hyper shields are very good against, you know, these kind of energy weapons and that sort of thing. The armor is good against physical weapons. Generally you want a little bit of both. Also, one thing to keep in mind with shields is if you enter a region that has a neutron star, your shields are nullified by 100%. Also keep in mind though that this is a ship that attacks from a larger range. It only has the option to attack with artillery, which gives it plus 10% ship fire rate and plus 10% ship weapons range, and the ship will stay at long 80 range and fire its long range weapons on the target. So it can't, this ship can't act as a tank, as you it can't be your pickler like in Warhammer. At least not as far as the front of the line sort of tank. Pickle asks, what are the long range weapons and what do they affect? So I mean, if you're looking at the big damage weapons, like what a Titan has, it does 25% less damage to shields, but 50% more armor damage and 25% hull damage. And we are friends, Super Vault Boy. We are friends. You are the noob survivor. So in this case, if you're saying a Titan against a Titan, you want to have more shields. Now there are different versions of long range weapons that do different types of damage. One is very similar to this, but and does less shield damage. One penetrates shields and hulls, and so it, you know, or no, shields and armor, and then it does straight hull damage. And then another version, and these are all ones that are available on battleships. The Titan only gets one big weapon, unfortunately, but the ship, or the other long-range weapon that's available on battleships, is like a big cannon. It's called a mega cannon, pretty much. And that does more damage to shields, but less to armor. But yeah, my general recommendation is to have a little bit more shields and an alright amount of armor for a ship like this that is going to be more long-range focused. Also, I want to check something here. Okay, that does add evasion, but not too much for this ship. Okay. How much speed does it add? An alright amount. Pickle Mike says, to be safe, let's do 50-50 of shields and armor. Okay, we can do that. So its shield rating is 50-20. Its armor, and we're not completely at the full armor research yet, but we will be eventually. So armor is currently 3960. Now for the auxiliary ports. So here we have an auxiliary fire control, which increases chance to hit. Now, if you look at your weapons here, you have an accuracy of 90 on your neutron launchers, which is pretty good overall. Joshua, I don't have crystal infused plating yet. I have the research for it, I just haven't actually researched it yet. But what Joshua's talking about is similar to these hyper shields and durasteel armor, but instead it actually increases hull points. I did kinda ignore some of the early game aliens. Like, I still have some of the stuff in my situation log, I just haven't actually done it yet. Super Vault Boy, the ship that we're making here is going to be the one named after Pickle Mike here. So, he decided to call the Titan, and I guess I didn't set up any rules specifically saying no Titans, so I suppose I was going to let it pass here. Yeah, I think overall I would say let's do just one auxiliary fire control, just to increase chance to hit a little. Again, accuracy 90. We're not going to miss too often. And then we'll do 2 afterburners just to make it a little bit of a faster ship. Now, Pickle Mike, the last thing that I would need, that I would go to you for, you know, what to do, is its little whatever buff or debuff slot. So we have a few different options here. We have the shield dampener, which reduces shield hit points by 20%. The quantum destabilizer, which reduces ship fire rates by 10%. The subspace snare, which prevents, it gives 100% to the emergency FTL jump cooldown, which is pretty much in the how long it takes for ships to do an emergency hyper jump to escape. And then there's the combat disengagement chance reduced by 20%. Pickle Mike asks, what's the neutron cannon's effect again? So the neutron launchers are not as good against shields, but they do more damage to armor and quite a bit more damage to hulls. So if you're taking that into consideration, it could help to reduce shield hit points a bit. We do have 3 other things as well. These are the buffs. So the buffs are, you can increase ship fire rate by 5%. You can increase tracking, which is good for taking on corvettes. And then finally, there's also the repair. So you can do daily hull regeneration by +1 and daily armor regeneration by +3. Pickle Mike says, let's do the one that affects shields. Oh, never mind. So there's the one that repairs, the one that helps with tracking, which is mostly good against corvette fleets. But we have destroyers, which are doing pretty good against corvettes, so we probably don't need the tracking one. Repair? Okay. Yeah, generally I use the repair one for most of my Titans. And Joshua Perry says, regen for sure, you're not going to be near shields. Is there a range limit? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if you have to just be engaged with ships for that to take effect. I haven't done enough testing to know one way or another. Goodbye, Super Vault Boy. Thanks for stopping in. Alright, so the Grandest Pickler is ready to go. Let's go ahead and add it to the attack fleet. Oh, but I need a place that can actually build it first, though. So let's go to Trond and do our Titan assembly yards. Oh dear. We are low on rare crystals by like a lot. Well, it's what we got money for. Pickle Mike, we will test it as soon as I have it.
Complete.
What is this here? The starbase is not connected to the trade network. How is that not connected to the trade network? Right-click another upgraded starbase to set a trade route to that location. Oh, so you have to actually do that then? Okay, so apparently for some reason you have to manually set that up there. That's kind of weird, but okay. Pickle my guys, how does the economy work in this game? Well, there's a few different things that are all going on at once. So you have your base resources, which are your energy, your minerals, your food. Minerals are used to make consumer goods and alloys. And then you have your rare resources, which are your volatile motes, exotic gases, rare crystals, etc.
Construction complete.
Oh, I need a leader for this colony here.
Star system charted.
And also need to take a new... Oh yeah, I forgot. I was waiting for Mega Engineering to be complete before I take another Ascension perk. Duh.
Technology secured.
Hey, gene modification points. Or a galactic stock market. Let's go with the gene modification. But yeah, Pickle Mike, pretty much you do the minerals to make the more advanced things, and then you just go from there. My big economic problem right now is I'm just burning through minerals, but fortunately I have enough energy credits that I can just go to the market and buy the minerals. Joshua Perry says it doesn't as far as the economy goes. I'm not that pessimistic on it. It seems to work all right. At least it helps with the markets. If you didn't have the market, probably trying to do the economy would be a lot more difficult. That much is, for me, is definitely true. Pickled Mike says maybe make the clone army about newbie. You know how you'll like to be cloned. Here's your chance. Again, I would have to do what I brought up doing to you, whereas creating a whole group of a whole race of newbies, which is possible, but I don't know if I want to do it just yet. Alright, we're going to build another city district here, and let's build another agriculture district as well. I guess for whatever reason this place is just going to be a rural world.
Technology secured. Star system charted.
Also, I'm thinking probably replace this alloy mega forge with a temple. Try to start converting these people over to the proper religion. How is the unrest here as well? Well, 54% stability. That's not too bad.
Construction complete.
And while I have a moment to think about it, so again, we need one selection for Galactic Wonders. So let's go ahead and take another for Engineered Evolution. Sometimes evolution needs a nudge in the right direction. We now have the technology to genetically modify our bodies and minds to endure the trials of ever-changing environment at an unprecedented rate. Excellent.
Technology secured.
Gateway travel. Yes. Pickle Mike asks, what's the worst part about dating a Japanese girl? I have no idea where you want to go with this, Pickle Mike. So let's find out. Did I do the research for alien zoos? I can't remember if I did or not. It would have made sense if I did. But I think I may have actually skipped it. I think I did. Oh no, I didn't. It's right up top. 1 entertainer job and 2 culture workers. Pickle Mike says you have to drop the bomb twice. I don't quite get dropping the bomb as far as dating goes. Sorry, Pickle Mike. I have perhaps failed you there. Gene Warrior Army. Woo.
Construction complete.
Oh yeah, I did grab this place. I was meaning to, but I couldn't remember if I did. I should probably try to grab that as well. Pickle Mike says, you failed me for the last time. I don't understand. Hey, we found one of the big dudes, the Ether Drake. This might be something you want to go hunt down. Can we bring you in? Okay, we can recruit your Titan now, so let's go ahead and do that.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
And I think I need more resource. Deep space black sites.
Technology secured.
Helps with produces spiritualist psionic theory. Oh, produces, okay. So upkeep 2 produces 1 unity plus whatever all of those little things are. And then the system modifier does stability and governing ethics attraction. So let's do the deep space black site there. Also, another thing that we should probably do is we'll go to species, we'll go to these guys, set their rights, migration controls enabled.
Star system charted.
Because I don't want them spreading across the galaxy. Pickle Mike says, any plans for Christmas? Not that I know of right now. As far as I know, I don't even know if we're actually doing anything this Christmas, as far as my family goes. Besides my immediate family, so. And we're starting work on the last little unity tree. Oh god, I'm almost out of minerals.
Technology secured.
Alright, this place needs to work on minerals. Yes, Pickle Mike, I do have another family. Not just you guys. And gateway construction, yes. Oh, and I did do mega engineering, so I can go ahead and do galactic wonders. Hello there, Franco. Welcome to Stellaris. I don't know if you made it to... Did you make it to my Stellaris stream yesterday? I don't recall. Another resource silo and upgrade. Pickle Mike asks, we're family? Are you sure about that? Well, I see you more than I see some of my family. So Franco, pretty much what you do here is you start in one system, along with all the other AIs, and then you expand out to various other systems, and then from there you can either create alliances or conquer. Now in the DLC that we're playing here, we are playing a criminal enterprise, so what we can do is set up little shops around, little branch offices, regardless of whether they want them or not. Now these starfish people are one of our subsidiaries, which means they're pretty much sort of subjugated to us. They're under our control. And one good thing is we can go ahead and go to one of their worlds. Now you can do this with other people too, but I'm just using these guys as an example. Go establish branch office. This says a little blurb about how much it's going to cost to set it up. Go ahead and say yes. And what I like to do when setting up a branch office is start out with the smuggler's post, because it adds 50 crime. More crime that you have on a planet, the more money you'll get from it. Because, you know, being criminals, it's where you get your money. It's through crime. Alright, we need volatile motes, which is through the chemical plant here.
Technology secured.
Pretty much what these branch offices do, Franco, is they bring in money. But you can expand it to do other things as well. So it starts to bring in money, and then you can also have it bring in various other resources. Yeah, but money is the main thing. It's why... Oh dear. An alert communications officer has identified what appears to be a faint signal, almost lost in the gamma ray flashes from the black hole here. Faint but unmistakably artificial. This raises intriguing possibilities for our scientists. I don't like that. But yeah, you'll see we have this branch offices tab, and it shows where we have offices right now. And it also shows other, like, information. So this location is currently building, so that's why we have this little building timeline. We also have a little house indicator, which means that we can build more stuff here, because they just upped their population. So every 25 population, you can build new buildings in this location. Do I have anything that produces minerals here? This place, the Wildcat Mining Operations. Let's go ahead and do that, because I need minerals. I don't need to upgrade doing consumer goods. Can do that just to use more consumer goods. The Genosian Alliance, who are under our control, have completed a Colossus project. That's
Complete.
not exactly good. Picklemix says, "What's the saddest thing you've ever seen, newbie?" I mean, I guess the first thing that came to my head when you mentioned that, and I wouldn't say it's necessarily sad, but it's certainly a little disheartening, was there was this guy who was playing blackjack at one of my tables. And when I walk up, he had about, well, I walk up, we play like a couple hands, and then he looks at his stacks because he was playing $1,000 chips, and he thought he had full stacks of 20, so he thought he had 80,000 in front of him. Turns out his stacks were a little short, so he actually had like 76 to 72,000. So he decided he wanted to play a few more hands, get it to 80,000, then he'd color up and go home. Well, within 20 minutes, the 80,000 was gone. So that was rather sad. That he played what was pretty much like, you know, more than a year's salary for me. And it was all gone in a matter of 20 minutes. Franco says, can we make like a new solar system, give it independence, and name it something cool? We can actually do that. Takes a little bit of time, but it's definitely something that we could look into doing. For example, one thing that I am working on right now is we've taken over this planet called Geico. Had these little Geico Gecko people on them. What we can do here with the pre-key is we can genetically modify them, and I'm going to genetically modify them into what are called pickles, named after Pickle Mike, and then we will make a clone army of them and send them out into the world to cause havoc. Actually, you know what? If I am going to do that, I probably should do gene clinics or cloning vats. Yes, clone vats. Oh god, my minerals are down again.
Construction complete.
Franco says, can we make like a human one too? Well, since we are based off of Earth, we do have humans. So we can do something with the humans if we want to. Also, another decision that I'll encourage planetary growth here on Patrigor, because that's where I'm going to be doing eventually all my mineral focus, and we kind of need that. Now, here's something that I haven't actually done yet is, the Avatiran Decimators have completed the Colossus project. So that's not good because those guys are fanatic purifiers. Now, fortunately, their fleet power is like nothing. Kind of as Joshua Perry pointed to earlier. Yeah, things aren't exactly set up right with AI, I think.
Technology secured.
Pickle Mike says, also, I don't understand why people want permanent bases. If your enemy finds where you are, they can attack. And you can't so much but defend. With something like the Supremacy, you can move when found. The Supremacy being the big ship from Star Wars The Last Jedi. And Franco says, but it would be a hassle to always be on the run. To an extent, and certainly it would, perhaps cost some resources to do all that.
Technology secured.
I know it's something that I think people have brought up is to eventually set up like a roaming civilization DLC for this game, which I'm sure is probably something that they could do at some point. Oh, and here's that crystal infused plating that Joshua Perry was talking about. Let's go ahead and start. Oh, only 1 month to finish that research, so not long at all.
Technology secured.
And it's done. Let's do these Devastator torpedoes next.
Star system charted.
Alright, well, we're an hour 10 in. I think it's time that we do a little bit more war here. Now, these Tekris hub guys have a defensive alliance with the star realm of Raxacodium Primum. I think the best bet would be... Oh, we can't do it with these guys. Why? Why are we not considered good enough? Boo. Well, I think I can fix that. Hold on. That. Let's do a few upgrades just to make sure that this place is fully ready to defend itself. Then I think we're going to move these guys over here. Now, possible wars that we can declare. Nothing, really? I mean, I guess we could offer them subsidiary status to bring them under our fold.
Technology secured.
Uh-oh, Franco says I got an idea. I don't trust him. Don't trust him at all. Alright, so the attack fleet, we're going to change their main location to the Mar Adetta place here. Let's build a shipyard there in case we need it. And we'll change the listening post to a crew quarters.
Technology secured.
Now, Zempek here, we don't really need that other shipyard, so we're going to do all anchorages here. We'll keep the one shipyard just for yucks. And this classless fleet, I don't think we need them doing this anymore because our piracy icons aren't showing in the red. They're only showing white, so it means we're going to have piracy, but it's not going to be anything real major. So let's go ahead and move this classless fleet over to Trond. Oh, actually, I should have them over here at Oxyrilli, probably. And yes, Pickle Mike, the grandest pickler is ready for battle.
Construction complete.
Uh-oh, we need more housing.
Technology secured.
And there's... okay.
Technology secured.
The music is going a little funky here. For whatever reason.
Technology secured. Construction complete.
Alright, let's do neutronium armor. Let's do this leader enhancement, capacity boosters, and let's go for the tachyon lens. And Franco, that's pretty much exactly what we're doing as far as doing the strategic positioning. Yeah, I started to read it and then I kind of got sidetracked for a moment. So yeah, we have a few different choke points here. We have this location at Trond. But we do kind of have to set up whatever this place is. OxyClean. Damn it, I'm renaming the system to OxyClean. There. Much easier to pronounce. So the OxyClean system, they have to get past that as well. Now, if they did make it past these locations, we have Chiblar here to defend as well.
Construction complete.
I wonder if the music is getting funky just because we're going at fastest. Because I noticed when I had played this last time, towards the end game with my friend Merrick, that whenever that playing at fastest, the sound overall got really funky at times. Like it would just completely cut out, period. Mike says, choke points, huh? They can be your friend or your greatest enemy. True, especially because if an enemy takes over a choke point, then they can make full use of that choke point as well, so. Franco says, I think it's lag. Yeah, it's lag, but it's like within the game itself. I think part of it is because they did make some changes to the way the game uses resources like memory and that sort of thing. For example, if I open up Task Manager real quick and look at Stellaris, it's only using 1.2 gigabytes of memory, which is quite small, given that, you know, this is a rather updated game and all.
Complete.
And I think it's quite smaller versus what it used to be.
Technology secured.
Alright, let's see. Let's do society research. Increase. Uh-oh, unemployment. Well, amenities we're doing good on. Let's do research, I guess. Let's declare a saint and production targets.
Star system charted.
Alright, I think enough messing around. So let's go ahead. Since I can't really declare any normal war with these people, because I can't impose ideology because they're machines, so they can't take an ideology. So the only thing that we can really do against these people, because we are pacifist, because we can't make claims on their systems, is we We can offer them subsidiary status. They will decline it. Then after that, we can go ahead.
Technology secured.
And we have a Casus Belli. We can now use the subjugate Casus Belli against the Techris hub. I wonder... Oh no, I still can't do it with these guys. So I think I have to try and take on the Techris hub, and then after that, maybe I'll be able... Because I'll take out their defensive pact here. Oh, they have one with Transstellar now? What about the Techris? Techris are just with the Star Realm. Okay. So let's declare war. Make subsidiary. Declare war.
Declared war to safeguard our interests.
And now we can bring in the attack fleet. Pickle Mike says, I remember when I had control over a choke point in Planetary Assault Titans. It only took 12 tanks to defend it, and that allowed me to put more resources into nuke production. You and your nukes, Pickle Mike. Oh, I need to take my armies off of this planet. Embark! And have them head out over there. So yeah, you'll notice I'm not really focusing in on everything that's going on. Reason for that is, right now, these are small battles here. Nothing really to worry about. Oh yeah, there is definitely something going on when this game is going at fastest as far as the sound goes.
Construction complete.
Pickle Mike says not enough war. Oh, wait a second. We got a little battle going on here. Oh, it's just a small battle though. So let's focus in on the Grandest Pickler and start things up. Franco says, I would like to know where you make the ships. Like, as far as the designs for the ships, we can go ahead and do that as soon as we are done with this little battle here. And we can see the remnants of their little fleet here. I think that's their fleet. Let's take a look and just make sure. Yep, it is their fleet. We didn't lose a single ship there. Excellent. All right. So we ended that battle. Let's go to ship designer. Now, Franco, well, let's see. Pickle Mike has already taken one of the Titans. So no more Titans for the moment. So you can do either a cruiser class or a battleship class. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that, Paul. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so Franco, hold a moment. We gotta do the magical duck next. So Paul, what do you want for the magical duck? Do you want a cruiser class or do you want a battleship class? Franco asks, what are Titans? Titans are really big ships that have a really big gun. They're just like long range. Pickle Mike says, the fucking light boom, my eyes. Paul says a cruiser class. All right. So cruisers generally, in my opinion, are kind of more of a tanky ship. They're probably not as tanky as a battleship could be, but they're still relatively tanky. Because generally they default to the line command, which takes them to a medium range. Battleships, though, can do line or artillery range. Yep, okay. So let's do new design, cruiser. The magical duck. Alright, so for the front section, we have an artillery which has large weapons. We have a missile bow. Now this is one thing about cruisers. I think cruisers are the only ones that can use missiles outside of the corvettes, because battleships don't get missiles, do they? No, battleships do not get missiles. Okay. Alright, back to the cruiser. Magical duck. Okay. One moment, Franco. One moment. Paul's the one that gets to decide next. So yeah, Paul, we have either a large slot, a missile slot, which has small weapons, and a... I don't know why they put G for missiles, but they put G for missiles. And then broadside is the medium range stuff. It's alright, Franco. I actually was behind. I probably should have done this like a while ago when Paul was first talking about it, but then it just went completely over my head. Oh, Paul says the first one. I was like first OE, but I think he meant first one. So the long range weapons. Now, did you want to do long range weapons for the entire ship? Let's see. Because we have artillery for the second hull, and for the last one, we could do like broadside. Another option for the second hull is the hangar core, which has hangars and point defense systems. Point defense are good against either fighters or against missiles, and the hangars carry fighters that you can send out into battle. Fighters are another long-range weapon. The only bad thing about them is if they get shot down, they don't have a chance at coming back till the end of the battle. So yeah, we have point defense and hangar, the artillery, which is the long range, and one medium range. Pickle Mike asks, can you ram ships? Unfortunately, you cannot ram ships, at least not yet. The third option for the middle, Paul says mix long, medium, and short range as you see fit. Takes too long for me to type. Oh, okay. So we could probably do medium and then gunship. Now, Paul, what kind of weapons do you want? Do you want a mix as well? As far as a mixture of ones that do good to shields and ones that do good to armor? Probably for the short range, my recommendation would be the Ripper autocannons, because they do good against shields, not as good against armor, but they do a little bit more damage to hulls, and they have good accuracy and tracking, which makes them good against corvettes. So that's my general recommendation for that. Although there's the phase disruptors as well. The phase disruptors have 100% accuracy and 60% tracking, so a little bit less tracking than the autocannons. But they do have 100% shield and armor penetration. Oh, if you heard a little slurp, that was me drinking my little Coke. It would make more sense if I have a webcam. Eventually I will get that webcam set up. And Franco seems to like the armor penetration. Oh, okay, Paul. I will set it up. So what would be good? Let's see. We're doing a magical duck. You know what? Thinking about it now, if we're doing magical, I think armor penetration would be a good thing to do. So we'll do medium armor penetration. For the large, kinetic artillery 6.4 cooldown. Let's do kinetic artillery. Franco says, don't rush buying one. I mean the camera. Aww. And if we're doing magical, I think crystal infused plating would make sense for the magical duck. But we are going to want probably a bit of shields. And we'll do one thing of armor. So we have pickets, line, and artillery. Let's do a line ship. So we don't really need auxiliary fire control. Let's do afterburners. See you later, Pickle Mike. See you later. Alright, I think we have everything set up for the magical duck. So let's save it. And we'll go to our fleet manager and add the magical duck to the list. And go ahead and reinforce. Paul says you did what I would have suggested anyways. Well, that's good at least. And Franco, you said bye to the wrong person. Yay! Someone else who says something to the wrong people. Haha. It's not just me. So, let's see. Franco, you said you wanted a ship. Well, let's start work on that. Let's probably do a battleship for you, I guess. Unless Franco said he was leaving. Yeah, I think... I don't think Frank... Yeah, I think Mike was the only one that was leaving. Franco was the one that got messed up and said bye, Paul. And then Paul got messed up from that. And then, yeah, never mind. Anyways, Franco, for your ship, what do you want? You said long range, right? In that case, we can give you a spinal mount bow, which has a big gun. Do you want completely all long range stuff? And if you want long range, do you maybe want some fighters in your ship? Or do you just want big cannons? Franco says, I want a long-range ship with people in there. Well, let's do long-range then. To defend if shit goes down. To defend, you say? So like to be more of a tanky sort of ship? Or do you want it as something that attacks from a long range? Because we have both options. We can do line, which takes it to the medium range, or we can do artillery, which takes it to the long range and fires its long range weapons from long range. I'm not sure. Oh, what will I be used for? Well, I think most of my current battleships right now are line, I think, if I recall correctly. So we could have you, well, if we're doing the big gun, you'd probably be focused on doing damage. So I would recommend the artillery then. Line is sort of like the medium range. It increases your fire rate and increases your chance to hit. And the crazy captain, you want the name. The crazy captain. Well, let's take that into effect. If we're doing crazy, let's go crazy. And let's just put a little of every single weapon onto the ship. And we'll do the focused arc emitter as well. And we'll do a couple of each of those. Let's see, should we do chance to hit? We'll do 1 chance to hit and 1 afterburner. Okay, I think I have my plan. So for the crazy captain, you're going to use pretty much a different weapon for each little thing. And then you're going to have a few different defensive systems and all that. Alright, I think that'll work. So let's go ahead and add the crazy captain to the fleet as well.
Star system charted.
And reinforce.
Technology
Franco asks, can I have a bit more? What do you mean by a bit more? Like a bit more weapons? Yeah, unfortunately you are only limited to the 5 weapons. The 1 big spinal mount, big weapon, and then the 4 long-range weapons. Franco says that's sad. Aww. Although I have a lot of different factions here. I'll deal with them later. Oh, Franco says I'm more of a defensive type guy. Oh, now you tell me. Well, let's go through here and start renaming some of these.
Construction complete.
You have failed me, Franco. It's alright, it's alright. Yeah, it does make things a little bit more difficult sometimes when you're trying to do this and there's, like, you know, so many different things going on.
Technology secured.
Jump drives! Now you'll notice here if you hover over this, jump drive says dangerous technology. The reason for that is if you research jump drives, there's a chance that it will trigger the unbidden to show up as the sort of end game threat. The unbidden are actually quite powerful. I'm very tempted to do it, but I think I'm going to hold off on the moment and do advanced research complexes. News has reached Earth that the Winds of Fortune is no more. Following a hostile encounter with the Avtyran Decimators, the once bustling Merchant of Numa caravan is now little more than interstellar scrapyard. An unfortunate end for those serving the Goddess of Fortune herself.
Technology secured.
Franco says, hey, it's my first time watching a live stream of this game. It's my first time. Please be gentle. It's alright, Franco. It's alright.
Construction complete.
Oh yeah, the sound is definitely messing up here.
Tactical retreat.
Tactical retreat. Abyssal host. I wonder what those guys are. Interesting.
Technology secured.
So let's see. A cruiser has finally arrived. The Magical Duck. Let's go ahead and name her Magical Duck. Now, how does her power compare to this one? So the Magical Duck does seem to do a little bit less damage. It may not hold up that well, but it does have more hull points, which does help. Franco asks, can I see my ship in action? Let's see, has your ship arrived? It has. Okay. Crazy Captain.
Technology secured.
The only problem right now is just with everything that we have here, we don't really have much of a threat going on at the moment. These robots are actually quite disappointing, actually. Alright, you... We'll send you to... Where's... Oh, Alpha Centauri here. Even though I don't think Alpha Centauri is actually producing any... Oh, it is producing some research. Oh, duh, because I set up these research labs. I forgot about that. I suppose it's a good thing, Franco. Kind of. Oh, the Tiyanki Matriarch. Space Whale Matriarch is here. That could be interesting. Alright, how's our bombardment of this system going? Axis. Oh, their armies are completely wiped out.
Planetary invasion commenced. Technology secured.
So let's go to Sinoshore next. Then after this, I think we'll head and take their capital. If we take their capital, that might help with our progression towards having overall control of this, of these robots here.
Construction complete. Technology secured. Technology secured.
Franco says, to me it would be very scary to stay so close to the center of the galaxy, considering it's a big black hole. Well, yes, but you gotta consider, you know, there are black holes all over that. You shouldn't let it worry you, you know.
War declared.
Irobot Grid has declared war on the Avtyran Decimators. Ooh. So we're definitely starting to get closer to the end game here, where more of the civilizations are declaring war on each other.
Technology secured.
Well, Franco, it's all about just staying outside of the range of the big pull, you know. If you stay out of the event horizon, or not the event horizon, but
construction,
you know,
complete.
The point of no return for the black hole, I think you'll be all right. Also, folks, don't forget, I will not be doing a stream tomorrow like I normally have, so I'm going to be going to Thursdays off as well. So the next stream for the channel will be on Sunday, where we'll be going back to Total War Warhammer. Wanted to make sure I mentioned that before we get towards the end today, though. Given that I am off tomorrow, I may go 3 hours today. We'll see. I'm holding around 6 viewers right now, which isn't too bad. Francos asks, can we turn the black hole into a power source or mineral source? Well, not the big black hole here, but what we can do, over here at Zaltar's Maw, we have a ruined matter decompressor. Now we need a little bit more alloy, but fortunately we have lots of money, so let's go ahead and buy some. takes us to a little bit over 20,000. So we have enough. We can repair this matter decompressor, and what that's going to do is it's going to generate a lot of minerals, 1,200 minerals, by the time this thing is completed. One other thing that we can do to help boost this along, so if we click on influence up here, which goes to our edict screen, we have this living metal mega construction. It's going to increase our build speed by 50% for mega structures. So right now it takes 3,200 days. If we do that, give it a moment, 2,400. Okay, so that'll help. So let's start work on our ruined matter decompressor. Is that good? 1,200 minerals is like really good. Because right now, as you can see, I'm losing 104 minerals a day. Once we get to bringing in 1,200 minerals, we'll be quite well set. Yeah, sometimes you luck out. If I recall correctly, I think every time you do a game, there's one megastructure of each type spread across the galaxy. Not counting what may be held by the various fallen empires. So if you come across one of those megastructures in this game, and you can take it over, that is like a really good thing. Because once we're bringing in 1,200 minerals a month, you know, well, it'll be 1,100 because we're still losing 104, but that'll help a really lot. Okay, did we take out the armies here? We did. So let's go ahead, send our army down, take it over.
Planetary invasion commenced.
And then we will head to Tekkas here. Franco says, why haven't you got that solar system in the middle of your territory? The one that has the matter decompressor?
Technology.
It is actually kind of in the middle of my territory. It's actually at a pretty well-defended area. There's quite a few systems in between. And then Voldox here is a pretty good choke point that'll protect us. Alright, how many armies do they have on Texas here? Only 210 strength? That's disappointing. Oh god, another set of annihilators have now built or completed the Colossus project. I almost wonder if we should do one of our own, but if we destroy a Colossus, I think we can get plans for one. So we don't necessarily have to do the Colossus project to get a Colossus. Franco says, let's do it. Yeah, the Colossuses are pretty much the planet killers. It's not always necessarily a planet killer. Franco asks, does it cost much to do the project?
Technology secured.
I think I think with between using the markets and all that, it would be doable. The only thing is the last point, or well, to do the Colossus project, you have to take it as one of your ascension perks. And I am actually planning to take, what is it? Evolutionary Mastery as my last ascension perk. The reason for that, that's going to give even further gene modification points. I'll also be able to do genetic resequencing. Forgot what that one does. But pretty much what that's all going to be is I'm going to be able to like really genetically modify creatures, which is going to go towards creating the Pickler species. Franco says, that's nice, fuck the planet destroying thing. Besides, we're a criminal enterprise as well. You know, destroying planets isn't good for business. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and establish another branch office out here. spread our corrupting influence, if possible. And I need more minerals.
Technology secured.
But I can sell consumer goods to get more money to buy those minerals. Franco asks, what do we cause to the planets when we build these? Well, because we're a criminal enterprise, a lot of our buildings that we build actually cause crime on those planets. So crime affects stability, and it can have some bad side effects to those planets.
Enemy presence exposed.
Diplomatic and rivalry. They ended the rivalry on their own terms. And they're opening borders? Interesting. They want to end the rivalry. You know what? I'll end the rivalry.
Star system charted.
Franco asks, can we be better like not criminals? Well, in some instances you can reform what your civilization is by going up to government and going to reform government. Unfortunately, which means that, you know, with most things you can take off what you are and go from corporate to imperial or dictatorial or something like that. Unfortunately, with criminal heritage, you aren't given the chance to change that. And because of that, you're kind of stuck with criminal heritage and stuck with corporate the entire game, which kind of sucks. I would have hoped that they would have given you a chance to change it, but apparently not. So you're kind of stuck. I think the one reason that I can think that they did that is because you'll see under the effects here, you cannot join federations. So I'm thinking they didn't want it to have where you start as Imperial and go to corporate and take on criminal heritage in the middle of being in a federation, and then use that federation to set up criminal enterprises throughout the federation. It's kind of a game balance thing, I believe, but it still kind of sucks. Oh yeah, did this, so these guys did join the war. It's just they haven't done anything. So you know what? Let's transfer some ships. So Grand Pickler, Crazy Captain, and Magical Duck, we're going to transfer into a new fleet. Then we're going to move them out over to Trond. Franco, the war seems to be going all right for the most part. I think we're ready to take Tekkas here. Yep. So let's go ahead and land our armies there. Oh dear. I just realized. Oh no, they are going the safe way. Okay, good.
Planetary invasion commenced.
And the last of the Ascension perks is now among us. We'll do Evolutionary Mastery. Gone are the days when the survival of our species was at the mercy of chance, when a human's fate was decided on the whims of nature in the genetic lottery. The engineers of our time worked not in steel and concrete, but in the very building blocks of life itself. With advanced gene modification, we will secure the future of our nation. Excellent. Okay, so let's go ahead and take Troydom here, just so we can prevent them from sending any forces to attack us at any point in the future. I think another thing I need to do, though, is probably build a gateway. Matter decompressor, no. Habitat. I thought I unlocked. There it is. So I need 5,000 alloys. There we go. So build you. Go here and build the gateway.
Station under attack.
We'll build it like right there. Paul said that should have said to protect the future of our species, not nation. Kind of doesn't make sense to me say nation. That is a good point, Paul. Because you'd think at this point we've kind of surpassed the point of being like a nation sort of thing. Franco says, good thing we got money. Oh, absolutely. If we didn't have money, we'd be in trouble. How's our matter decompressor going? Still going to be about 950-ish days left before we have the matter decompressor fully online. Alright, let's send these guys out to continue conquering. I think I can just pretty much set them to go on their own for the most part. Oh, I also need to go to the fleet manager and change up the attack fleet because we've removed some of the ships from this. So remove that, removed that. Oh. Why do you get weird like this? And remove that. Okay. Because all of our special ships are heading over here to join this fleet. Oh dear. We got a big, oh, we have a raiding fleet that's attacking here. Let's slow things down. Fortunately, our Citadel here is going to do all right at defending it, I think. Oh no, this is the Star Realm of Roxicodium Prime. But they're being led by one of the Raider guys. Very interesting. Well, again, fortunately, they made a horrible mistake and came to attack. Ah, they've already researched jump drives. Where is our scientist? So Franco, the guys that were attacking us were coming from this Star Realm of Roxicodium Primum. Trond here is owned by us. And fortunately our Citadel there was able to hold up. Oh, they did take this place though. I didn't notice that. Bastards. Oh well, in time we will take it. Alright, Classes 1 and Classes 2 are going to merge themselves. Have them enter orbit, and let's give them a leader. Do a few upgrades. Franco asks, so who are our enemies? Well, our one enemy is the Tekris hub. These are a bunch of machines. The other enemy, who are involved in a defensive pact with these guys, are the Star Realm of the Roxicodium Primum. They are, I think, like a fungus sort of creature. Traits, does it say what they are? Doesn't exactly say what they are, but I think they're supposed to be more of like a fungus. It's my guess as to what they are.
Technology secured.
Genetic resequencing. So let's see. Unlocks feature genetic resequencing. Allows us to remove beneficial traits, add detrimental traits, and alter pop appearance when modifying a species. We also have advanced traits. Unlocks additional traits that we can add to species when modifying them. So I think that'll go a long way towards developing, allowing us to form our own people. Franco asks, can we genetically modify the fungus species' DNA and make their race aggressive, and make them cause rebellion and independence? Possibly. Possibly. Alright, we have our gateway construction site here. Now to finish the gateway, we need another 5,000 alloy. Oh, and I needed 10,000 energy, which I kind of just messed up. Oh well.
Vessels upgraded.
Franco, wrong game. We're not pirates here. We're criminals. Alright. Oh, I think I have to change up. Let's go to Fleet Manager here. So attack and classes 2. Let's add a Corvette there. What's the design of this Corvette? Small plasma cannon, small plasma accelerator, and Ripper autocannon. Can I do better with that? I should be able to do better with that. I would think, anyways. No, I can't. I don't have enough power. So let's change this up here. What if I did that, and then I can do that, okay. Actually, you know what? We'll do 1 phase disruptor and 2 things of the Stormfire autocannons. That'll work. Upgrade you guys, and I'm not going to upgrade them. Franco asks, do our ships cost maintenance? They do. So if you hover over energy credits, you'll see under consumed, it's negative 672.87, and part of that 171 is ships. Minerals, we don't have to worry about that. No. Consumer goods, no. Alloys are also taken up by ships. So if you look under consumed, negative 39.25, and ships is 34.75 of that. Alright, so let's reinforce those guys a little bit. And probably should do some destroyers as well. To this smaller fleet. Didn't want that. Fleet Manager. This is what I want.
Vessels upgraded.
Franco asks, can we conquer our enemies already? We're getting there. We're getting there. We are doing some upgrades though, so it's kind of pushed us back a little. Let's go ahead and send our little fleet out though. That has the Grandest, Pickler, Crazy Captain, and Magical Duck. We're gonna go take on this little citadel that's over here that they captured from us.
Star system charted.
We shouldn't have let them capture it, but they did. Our matter decompressor has been restored. Alright, slow it down. And hopefully, with any luck, we'll take these things out. Uh-oh. How's the Magical Duck doing here? Magical Duck is holding its own a little. Uh-oh, kind of. At least it has a lot of hull points there. Come on, Magical Duck. Uh-oh. We may have to upgrade the Magical Duck to a battleship to hold its own. Okay, fortunately, the Magical Duck survived. Just barely 1787 hull points, but it survived.
Construction complete. Technology secured. Construction complete.
Alright, let's go ahead and do jump drives. And this guy was actually supposed to do some research there. Paul says, upgrade her as you see fit. Well, fortunately, she did survive that battle. I think if we add more overall smaller ships, I think she'll survive better. So long as she's not the sole target. And if we do lose her, we'll just recreate her. We have the technology. Alright, well, we've taken all of the different worlds that they have here. Now we have to actually start taking more of these planets, which is going to be the long part of this war.
Star system charted.
Uh-oh, we're receiving refugees from the Atrevans. Oh wait, these are Atrevan refugees from the Irabat grid. Does that mean the Atrevans have been... No, the Atrevans are still here. Just for whatever reason, we got a whole bunch of Atrevan refugees. Paul says, I didn't think you were old enough to remember $6 Million Man. Not really, not really. Yeah. I just know it from all of the different pop culture references that came around from it. Things like where it's appeared in like The Simpsons and I think Robot Chicken. Yeah, Robot Chicken had a skit on it. The $6 Million Woman, I think.
Special project complete.
Alright, so we are definitely bringing in a lot more minerals now than we were. That's good. Franco says, I only know Pickle Rick. I actually have not really had a chance to sit down and watch Rick and Morty. I don't know why. I just haven't had the time to put into it. Alright, how's our little bombardment going here? Uh-oh.
War declared.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh dear God, 001 core. Oh, maybe they're... I got very concerned with it saying 001 core. So I think what this is actually, since they've all popped up around here, I think this is actually a rebellion against the Atrevan Decimators. Yep, the Atrevan Decimators is embroiled in civil war, pitting the organic or Avtiran government against the intelligence that metastasized in their system, known as 001 Core. Yeah, the only time that I've really seen something of Rick and Morty is in Up Is Not Jump's channel. He has some Fallout 4 machinima that's featured Rick and Morty. It's a very interesting little thing that they've done, or that he's done. But definitely enjoyable. Unfortunately, I think some of his content has come down. I don't know if it was anything directly from the creators of Rick and Morty or what, but
Planetary.
I think he did get some potential copyright flags, especially once he became more popular, which kind of sucks, you know, because if there's anything that has gotten me interested to eventually watch it, Paul says metastasized. Oh, metastasized. Yeah, that does sound better than whatever I was trying to pronounce.
Technology.
Thank you for that, Paul. Smuggler Outpost. Our observation post above Cahanes 4, where we're studying those Bronze Age people, has detected an illegal settlement on the moon's surface. It appears to be some kind of outpost set up by human smugglers and other criminal elements from Infinity Enterprises. There have already been isolated incidents where the smugglers came into contact with the primitive natives, some of which ended in violence. We need to act quickly to contain this situation and remove the criminals before they can cause any more damage. We gotta raid the smuggler base. So pretty much what this is you have a timed project. And this happens every once in a while whenever you have an observation post. And with this project, we have to send, in this case, a transport ship over there within a certain amount of time, otherwise some bad event will happen. So let's go to Earth. We'll recruit let's do a clone army of humans.
Planetary invasion commenced.
Unfortunately, you don't need to do anything major.
Ground invasion force has seized
So
the
you
planet.
don't, for this event, you don't need a massive force. All you really need is just a single transport ship.
Technology secured.
Don't even need a general on it. Franco says, hey, a pasta goes to visit his friend, the rice, and the pasta is in front of Rice's bowl, and the Rice's daughter comes close and it asks the pasta, who are you? The pasta, I'm your new father. Rice daughter, really? Rice daddy, get away from that impasta. And Paul goes facepalm. I think I have a very similar reaction there, Paul. I don't know. I don't understand. Alright, let's have these guys start to move in against these Star Realm people. Sapient Combat AI. The only problem is if we research this and we get the one really bad if we get the droids end game crisis, that can be a bit of a hindrance, so I'm gonna hold off on doing that just yet.
Star system charted.
And I am totally neglecting my little habitats here. Poor habitat people. Let's see. What else do I want to do here? We have gene clinics. Nah. Exotic gas refineries. No, I think we're still good on exotic gases. We need more of the crystals.
Special project complete.
And that significant victory there
Star system charged.
was just our little thing to take control of that smuggler outpost. Probably should have read that. That probably would have been a good thing, but it's alright. And yes, Franco, I think we both got that your impasta was an imposter. It was just the joke itself was rather horrible. Alright. So the good news now is we're at the point that we can start to sell minerals for a decent amount of money. And let's go to influence and probably just start to take on some of these things. So we can do sensor range. We're not terraforming anything yet, so we don't really need that. Exotic gases as fuel, we can do that. Exotic gases for shield boost, we can do that. Volatile ammunition, volatile explosives, and reactive armor? Sure. And focusing crystals? Sure. Now we are, yes, we are maxed out on Unity. So we can do one of those Unity ambitions.
Technology secured.
Governing ethics attraction. Ethics shift chance. Let's do the research speed for the moment. And then I think when we finish this whole war, we might look into
Construction
trying to change up our overall government type. Because with human governments, you can change it, your governing ethics and all that. Well, not human, but any sort of mortal being. You can't change like hive minds, and you can't change droids, but you can change any sort of regular mortal being. So I think we might try to get away from being pacifist and try to take on maybe militarist? Possibly.
technology secured.
And we have unemployment here. Can't do anything with that. Uh-oh, raiding fleets. I should go in and just take out those guys. Probably make things easier in the end. Oh well, in time, in time.
Star system chart.
Alright, next system of these droids to conquer, we're heading out to now. And gotta sell more minerals, and sell some consumer goods. And we can probably buy like 1,000 rare crystals. And I guess we'll leave it at that for now.
Technology secured.
Attention humans, if you have need of others to fight your battles for you, know that Velutarian mercenary fleets are now available for hire. Yes, you heard correctly. If you can meet their prices, the best mercenaries in the galaxy are now willing to fight for you. So these guys that are going to raid us are also letting us know that we can hire some of their mercenaries. Just for yucks, I guess.
Technology secured.
Alright, do we want to do mining station outputs? Or let's do the Giga Cannon. Franco says they're stealing from us in more than one way? Possibly. You know, they're trying to set up their own corporate enterprise, I guess.
Star system charted.
Alright. How's that army force doing? Oh, that's weak. We can take them.
Planetary invasion commenced. Ground invasion force has seized the planet.
Let's see. Only a few more places left to conquer. Then we'll be good. Oh, we have our starfish people are helping us out finally. That's good.
Construction complete.
Well, I suppose if I'm getting close to like using up all my stuff, I suppose I can start to buy some of these more exotic things just to spend some of the money that I have. Alright, Locus is the last planet that the robots here have. Go ahead, land our invasion force there.
Star system charted.
And total decimation.
Ground invasion force has seized a planet.
Alright, so this is where things get a little more tricky as far as ending a war, because you would think, you know, you've occupied... Hold on. I lied. Let's try this again. Let's go take this place. Then we can try and do this again. Or I'll go to explain what I was going to explain again.
Planetary invasion commenced. Technology secured.
Ooh, these guys are finally sending out a little fleet. It's about time. You return there. Oh, you're pretty much all defended up, yeah. Let's increase our battleship hull points. That's always a good thing to do.
Secured. Star system charted.
Alright, so this is going to be an interesting little battle. We have our fleet here made up of 10 corvettes, 10 destroyers, the cruiser Magical Duck, the battleship Crazy Captain, and the Titan Grandis Pickler. Are going to go up against this enemy fleet that has 27 corvettes, 7 destroyers, and 2 cruisers. Trying to get a sense of everything that's going on here at the slowest speed. And I think we're succeeding. We've lost one destroyer so far. A lot of their corvettes seem to be fleeing the battle. And I think we have won this. At only the loss of a couple cruisers, or a couple destroyers. Where is the Magical Duck? Magical Duck held its own for the most part. 730 shields, its armor is still there, its hull is only slightly damaged. So yeah, we can speed it up. Pretty much a total devastation of their forces there. Lost a few ships, but nothing too horrible. We're going to send in our science ship, and it's going to research some of the debris that was left behind, which is going to give us an opportunity to learn some of their technology. They have sapient combat computers, which we avoided researching just yet, just because it may potentially go down a bad route. Alright, so now's the thing I was going to talk about, because we've taken over this location. Hello there, Llewellyn on Twitch. You ask, what are my empire traits? So if I go to government here, so like my civics are criminal heritage, gospel of the masses, and media conglomerates. My governing ethics are authoritarian, pacifist, and spiritualist. For my people, I changed up the regular humans a little bit, so let's go to species. So my humans, as they are right now, are ingenious, so making more energy credits. They're quick learners, more leader experience, and communal, so they use less housing. They are quarrelsome though, so they produce less unity. And they are wasteful, so they use more consumer goods. Llewellyn asks, how is pacifism working for you? It seems very limiting. Well, for a corporation, it seems to be working all right. Because even though I'm a pacifist, I can still do subjugation wars. Or in this case, they're called what's it called? Offer subsidiary status. So it's, and the good thing about being a corporation is you can do this from the start. You don't have to take anything in the domination tree. So you can offer subsidiary status to a civilization that is, you know, weaker than you. And once you do that, if they refuse, you have a year to do a casus belli to pretty much subjugate them. I've already done that with the Genosian Alliance over here. And I'm working on that with the Stellaris hub right now. Franco says, wait, I was away, what are you doing? I'm explaining to Llewellyn on Twitch. Thanks for the follow, Llewellyn. I was explaining to him what my traits are. And all that fun stuff. And he was asking me about how pacifism is working. But yeah, so far pacifism is working alright. I am thinking about, at the very least, just to demonstrate it,
War declared.
changing things up, and once we take over the Stellaris, to try and push my civilization away from pacifism. I have to look at all the faction stuff, though. Uh-oh. Another machine uprising. Oh dear. It's a good thing we've avoided machines in our empire here. Alright, so this was the thing I wanted to talk about earlier that I didn't get around to. So when you declare war against a force, and, you know, because we've declared this subjugation war, and if we look at all this, if we look at where it says Infinity Enterprises, our symbol here, and it has these little jagged things on it, it means we have total control of the system. If we look at all the Stellaris hub places, we have total control over their territory here. And Paul is over on Twitch as well. Well, so long as the video quality is better there. But yeah, we have total control over all of these locations, but we can't declare victory yet. Well, Franco, thanks for stopping in. I will see you later. But yeah, because they are part of this defensive pact, we actually have to take over some places in the star realm of the Raxacodium Primum, or get them further down on the war exhaustion score before we can actually achieve our war goals, which kind of sucks, but it's what we gotta do. So we gotta just continue pushing on against these guys. Hopefully, if we just take all of these sectors without having to take their planets, we might do well enough to do it. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try. And we're avoiding this sapient combat AI, because with all of these droid rebellions coming up, I'm afraid that we're gonna get the contingency endgame crisis. And if I take sapient combat AI, that's gonna screw me over in the long run. Oh yeah, I need to be building more. Well, for one, I should probably be purchasing more alloys with all this money I'm making. And two, I need to start building more gateways, because that will help. So you go to Zempec here. We'll build a gateway right here. Because I only have one gateway right now at Mar Adetta. Did I actually finish it? No, I didn't, because I need more money. Well, I forgot about that. I had all these alloys, and then I got preoccupied, and it happens, it happens. Sell all of those. Sell a lot of these. Crash the market. Oh, I can't buy enough. And then I have these colonies here that I need to do stuff for.
Vessels destroyed.
Ooh, where did you guys come from? Oh no, you guys. I see where you guys came from.
Spaceport
You somehow
attack.
got right past my fleet here. Okay. Bastards. Well, probably building that other gateway construction site is taking some of the alloys that I probably should have used. Oh well. Alright, well this place, let's start up alloy production, I think, right? Yeah, we'll do that. An Alpha Centauri here. Alloy foundries, 2 of them. Next we'll head to Breek here. And then we'll just go through and take out all of their different stations and that sort of thing, so they can't build any more of these fleets.
Technology secured.
Ooh, these annihilators insulted me. I feel so sad. Actually, I think these... Oh wait, no. Hold on. Gotta find the right one. Oh, these guys are over there. I hope that doesn't make things a pain here. Yeah, they're pathetic as well. let's go ahead and... Oh, let's do the superfluid materials that I've had forever that I never actually completed researching. Oh, and what did we need here? Housing? Unemployment. Okay. Do trade. Let's make sure we don't have any big trade no-nos going on around here. At least in our systems anyways. Nope, everything looks good. Ooh, Menchib Station. How much? 13.4k? That could be a little troublesome. Should probably design a ship of my own here. Since I've done it for other people. Let's do a battleship. And you know what? We don't have any hangars yet. Or, you know, those kind of ships. Carriers. That's what I was trying to say. So we will name this the Pyramid. Add phase disruptors for that. Long range. Let's make use of the kinetic artillery. I always like those. And then we'll do advanced strike craft there. Couple flak artillery and a couple point defense. Paul says design the Nubian Prince. You know what? I like that. We'll name it the Nubian Prince. Three of those. We'll do one regenerative hull tissue. Oh, the pyramid? Oh, you know what? Actually, that's even better because we are a criminal enterprise. Pyramid scheme. Good thinking, Paul. Good thinking. All right, make sure we are artillery. Let's pause this because we're maxed out on influence again. And we'll do advanced afterburners. Save. Let's go to Fleet Manager. Add the Pyramid Scheme. Reinforce. Alright, let's do peace festivals to make people happy. Declare saint, production targets. There, that used up some of that. I'll do the robotic worker stuff, but I'm not actually going to produce robotic workers. Because again, that's just asking for trouble. What is this fleet here? Oh, is this, oh, that's one of those, caravan fleets moving around.
Technology secured.
And more technology. Let's see, how big of an administrative cap do I have to get to? 175. We might be able to get up to that. Oh, are we unemployed because... Oh yeah, because we have these workers. Oh wait, no, the workers aren't unemployed. The specialists are unemployed. So worker jobs, clerk. So we need more specialist type jobs. Is a researcher a specialist? It is a specialist, okay. Entertainers, culture workers. Unity, amenities, consumer goods, into unity and society. Let's do researchers, I guess.
Technology secured.
Alright, we have enough. We can finally actually complete a gateway here. Once we get more money here in a moment. Sell, sell, sell.
War declared.
Another machine uprising? Oh my god. I'm almost positive we are going to get the contingency here. With everything that it's looking like.
Construction complete.
Do not research the sapient combat AI. Oh my god.
Construction complete.
Alright, how are we doing here? We're at negative 28 acceptance. We're getting closer to being able to just force this to an end, but we're not quite there yet.
Star system charted.
I suppose another thing that I'd like to check out is the Strategic Coordination Center site. I haven't tried one of these yet. Omicron aliens. We're this late into the game and we found some new aliens? I don't know if I should be concerned or not.
Special project complete.
Oh, the Tinyanki. The space whales. Somehow we missed them. Even though we sort of found their matriarch. Although we didn't enter the system yet, so... Also interesting, normally you have to close your branch offices when you go and take over a planet, but in this case, or go to war with someone, but in this case, because they were a defensive ally, we didn't have to close the branch office. Interesting. Of course, now we're hurting ourselves by bombing our own branch office. Oh well. And we are getting even more refugees. Ugh. Okay. I think I'm going to just close this off to refugees. Trade, robotic workers. We're going to outlaw robotic workers because we know that's going to go bad. Artificial intelligence outlawed, good. Trade policy. That's fine. Economic policy. I think that's fine. Food policy, we can leave it like that. Das Strantier says refugees are the sole reason I play Xenophobe. I completely understand. how did I even get refugees initially when it says citizen species only? Fine, no refugees at all. Oh, Dastron's tier says, except I'm a slaver. So horrible, so horrible. Alright, we need employment. More priests? We'll do more priests there. I don't mind spiritualists too much. Every member of the Vangralium Trium is their own boss. This does lead to some administrative issues. Show us your wares. So let's see. Invoice modifier added for 6 months. Giving the following effects. Monthly society research negative 100%. For 6 months, that's a little much. I don't think so. And are we close to this yet? 21. Aw. Do we at least have... Okay, well, the pyramid scheme has finally shown up. Total fleet power is 22.3. We might be able to do this. Let's go to fast speed, though. I want to be careful here. So hopefully we don't blow ourselves up. So let's follow the pyramid scheme this time. Since it is sending out fighters. Has it already sent out the fighters? Possibly? I think it may have already sent out the fighters. There's the crazy captain. Uh-oh, where's the magical... The magical duck, I don't see it. Uh-oh. Oh no, the magical duck is still here. She's just hiding somewhere around here. Oh, there she is. She's like right up in the battle. Alright, all of our elite ships have survived so far. Quote-unquote elite. Player-made ships so far.
Star system charted.
The Omicron Persei system. Gotta love the... Although I think Omicron Persei has probably existed longer than Futurama, now that I think about it. I'm not exactly sure in what manner it's existed, but I'm sure it's probably existed in some manner. Alright, is it at all possible to get out there? No. Probably because there's a wormhole around here that I have to find. I think. Unless they used the gateway to get over there. They did use the gateway to get over there. Does that mean that we have to have an active gateway to be able to use the gateway to get That's over here? That's the only thing I can think of.
Secured.
Hello there, Sarge's Gaming. I suppose it is morning. What else do we need here? We have unemployment under our specialists.
Construction complete.
Sarge just asked, do I play this a lot? I've played it quite a bit, actually. And then we could do this research institute, because we are doing researchers here. Let's do that then. Science director. Sarge just says, nice, I just got this. Really? Like the Megacorp DLC or Stellaris overall? What do you have? You still want me to give up 100% society research for 6 months? Oh, fine. Only because I'm at the end game stuff of it, so I will let it pass this time, I guess. Oh, Stellaris overall? Yeah, Stellaris is actually a fun game. It's not as complicated as some of the other Paradox games that are out there. So you can actually get, you know, get going with it relatively quickly in comparison. And I've definitely enjoyed it in my, what, 2 years playing this game so far? It has definitely changed a lot, though, in the time that I've played it. And I'm sure it'll probably change quite a bit more as time goes on, which is the thing that Paradox does.
Communications.
Dastrontier says, well, after the release of 2.2, we all had to start again, kinda. Pretty much. Another person completes the Colossus project. These people and their weapons of mass destruction here. And Earth is apparently overpopulated. Well, I can't do anything about that, Earthlings. Although, now that I think about it, I probably should do something. I probably should reduce the number of jobs that are out here. Add some more housing. I can't build anymore, so I'll have to replace something. Let's see, we have commerce megaplexes. Produces a lot of clerk jobs, so you know what, we'll get rid of that. And let's instead put in luxury residences. Sarge says, Surviving Mars and City Skylines are games I play as well. I have played City Skylines recently. Haven't had a chance to try Surviving Mars yet. What do you think of it? Because I was looking at it and I was definitely thinking about it, but I couldn't necessarily say one way or another if it was something I really wanted to check out. And what happened to my attack fleet? Where did I send them off to? Oh, over here.
Receiving.
So we have 307 we have to burn down. Dastrontier says, Skylines is very good, except I always screw up the traffic. Uh-oh. Yeah, I just got Skylines not too long ago in one of the recent Steam sales. I've enjoyed the little bit that I've played of it so far. It's definitely interesting. A couple things I've had to learn. It doesn't seem quite as intuitive as perhaps like SimCity 2013, but SimCity 2013 was very much a limited game as well, so. Oh, there's one little system I forgot over there. Well, we're almost down with their war exhaustion, almost.
Construction complete.
You know what, we have a lot of influence going, so let's go ahead and we'll go to our factions here. Because one thing that's going to hurt us in the long run is being pacifist, which I think is the isolationists, I think. Imperialist prosperity, totalitarian traditionalist. Putting infinity lives on the line to meddle in galactic affairs by participating in a war of aggression will greatly displease the Eternal Vigilance Council. So let's suppress them. And then we have the strength through unity. Totalitarian, that's authoritarian. Oh wait, this is xenophobe. Oops, I forgot. Hold on. Ah, they already hate me anyways. Xenophile, xenophobe, militarist, pacifist, the National Growth Lobby. I had to pay attention to that. Oops, okay. National Growth Lobby. They're the ones that they already don't like me enough. So let's make them hate me further. So, and then militarist, we're gonna... Oh, we can embrace the faction already. Embrace. A new faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of Infinity Enterprises. Led by Governor Paulus Cestius, they call themselves the Human Ascendancy Party. Their members seek to assert the primacy of the human species by curtailing the rights of aliens if necessary. And the peace festivals has been cancelled. No more peace festivals for anyone. Alright, so we are now spiritualist, militarist, and authoritarian. We've given up our pacifist ways. Pacifism suppressed. Because that is going to definitely help us out when we stream this later next week. Because then we can further expand out without having to worry about pacifism. Uh-oh. Because now we're getting rivalries. Dastron Tears says, just got myself the Apocalypse DLC because I somehow missed it. Have to say the Colossi are beautiful. They are really nice, you know, and I do really like how they've given you several different options as far as what you can do. Oh, another thing. Since we have gotten rid of this pacifism, orbital bombardment, we can go to indiscriminate now. Let's do it. Because then we can speed up these bombardments. But yeah, I really like how Paradox added multiple different colossi that fit, you know, different sort of ways that you would go about wiping out life on a world, or, you know, shielding a planet from any potential life, or that sort of thing. Good night, Paul. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'll only be going a little bit longer to hopefully finish this war, which hopefully will come up soon.
Construction complete.
Oh, come on, music. Be more cooperative here. Yeah, the one thing I don't like about the 2.2 update is I have definitely noticed that it has messed up the music when going on fastest towards the end of endgame. Dastrontier says, by the way, if you want to have fun, take the Canadian announcer pack. It's amazing. I think I've seen the Australian one. I don't think I've seen the Canadian one. I'll have to check that out. I also have the Abathur one because, you know, you gotta do Abathur. Abathur is my total favorite when it comes to playing like Heroes of the Storm, and he was one of my favorites in StarCraft 2. There's just something about his menacing scientific nature. I don't know. I just always loved Abathur. don't know what it is, but it's there. Alright, are we finished with these guys? We are. Land the armies!
Planetary invasion commenced.
Next. Dim is next. And have we wiped out the guys who are here at Vivorium? We have not yet. Then we will continue the bombardment until morale improves. Also, for anyone who's just recently joined me, I'm avoiding sapient combat AI because I have a strong feeling that the endgame crisis is going to be the contingency, because we've had 1, 2, 3 different droid uprisings here in the galaxy so far. And I'm just not feeling very confident about that at all. So yeah, I'm avoiding the sapient combat AI because I know if I was to take it, the moment I took it, you know, even though we still have probably about 32 years left until the potential for the endgame crisis starts. But I know if I took it, it's going to be the contingency. And then I'm going to be screwed. Because, you know, with the contingency, sapient combat AI ends up becoming a hindrance, and yeah, it's just bad all around. Alright, these guys are still going. About over here. Oh god, 511. Hey, we're finally at the point we can achieve our war goals. Let's do it. Send offer. And our vassal, Tekris Hub, has... Wait, they haven't really entered into a war because the war has ended. Alright. Good job, guys. Good job. So let's go ahead, return these guys. Oh, Maradetta was their home base. So we'll return them there. Along with the transport fleet. Then we have our player named group. They will return to Trond, actually. Also, for all the people on Twitch, I have been setting up player crafted ships and that sort of thing with people who are on YouTube earlier, because I stream both to Twitch and YouTube. Unfortunately, we are at the end of the stream today, though, because we've had success. We've taken over this Tekris hub. Let's see if we did diplomatic. Okay, diplomatic shows where we are right now. So we have, this is our current location, Infinity Enterprises. We have subsidiaries with the Genogian Alliance and the Tekris hub. So we have a bit of the galaxy map. How's the victory log looking? Oh, I forget, it's all point-wise now. Dastrontier, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I forget that victory is different now. It's based on score, whatever you choose to make it at the start of the game. I decided to go with score, and by 2600, it will determine who will win. We're currently 3rd, so we gotta get a little bit more going. Let's see, what is the big source of strength? Oh, these are two... I think these are the two... Multics, Guardians... Let's see... Empire map mode. Yeah, so that's a fallen empire. And let me guess... Those Chroniclers... are also a fallen empire. Where are they at now? Hold on, I gotta find these guys before I end it here today. Oh, they are like right here. And yep, they are also a fallen empire. So of the non-fallen empires right now, we are in the lead. Unfortunately, both of them are like really good as far as technology goes. We're not even halfway there yet. They do seem to beat us, or at least one of them seems to beat us on pops. We do have subject empires, which gives us a lot of points though. So if we want to win this, by point-wise anyways, we got to continue our technology and then probably boost our economic strength a little bit more as well. Which we can, I think, once we build a few more megastructures. But yeah, that's going to be it here for today. Thanks for watching, folks. If you haven't already, be sure to either subscribe on YouTube or follow me on Twitch so you stay notified when I do my streams. Streams are every Sunday through Wednesday nights at midnight Central Time. And I will see you all next Sunday, where we'll be doing more Total War Warhammer 2. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time.